In the summer of 1764, a young woman was tending to cattle in a forest near the town of Langogne, France. This is when she was charged by a creature she described as like a wolf, yet not a wolf. Luckily, the bulls in the herd of cattle she was tending kept the creature at bay, eventually running it off. But within a week of the incident, another young woman named Gina Boulet was also tending a herd when she was attacked and killed by the beast. Her mutilated body was found outside the village of Les Houbac, her burial certificate saying the ferocious beast as the cause of death. This marked the beginning of a 3-year rampage that left over 100 adults and children dead and over 30 injured, causing the Kingdom of France to use a substantial amount of wealth and manpower to stop the beast, because no one knew exactly what they were looking for. Welcome to Dredge Reality, where we talk about crazy facts, mysteries, and scary stories we've dredged from reality. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification, and the like button so you don't miss any content we've dredged up for you. Now let's get to digging. Before we get started, please forgive me if I butcher some of these French words. I don't know how to speak French and I've never attempted. Thanks for understanding. In early summer of 1764, an unnamed young woman was tending a herd of cattle in the forest near the town of Langogne in the eastern part of Gévaudan in France. Gévaudan is a historical part of southern France that used to be a county under monarch rule. It was established in 1096 and de-established in 1790, right after the French Revolution. While the young woman was tending the cattle, she said she saw a beast that was like a wolf, yet not a wolf. The beast charged towards her, but the bulls in the herd kept the beast away. Finally, the beast charged a second time, and the bulls ran it off. A very short time later, on June 30th, 1764, a 14-year-old girl by the name of Gina Boulet was tending a herd of cattle near the village of Les Houbac, near Langogne. This is when she was attacked and killed by the beast, and later her mutilated body was found. When she was buried, her certificate said the ferocious beast as the cause of death, insinuating she was not the first victim, but the first declared victim. But this was the first official recorded death by the beast. 39 days later, on August 8th, 1764, another unnamed 14-year-old girl was mauled to death by the beast. The first two victims were both 14 years old, mauled to death while tending a herd of cattle, and they were both killed in the Allier Valley of France. Throughout the rest of 1764, there were more and more attacks reported in the same areas of Gévaudan. This understandably started causing panic within the surrounding communities. Somewhere out there was a beast attacking lone men, women, and children as they tended their livestock. The beast always seemed to attack the victims in the head or neck region. There were some witnesses that claimed the creature had supernatural abilities. This included the beast walking on its hind legs, being able to make giant leaps, and the beast being able to come back to life after being killed with bullets. By December of 1764, there were multiple reports of the beast being seen paired with another beast. Because of these claims and the number of attacks happening in such a short period of time, it was believed that two beasts were responsible for the killings. Some other accounts claim that the beast was with a litter of its young. On December 31st, 1764, the Bishop of Mende, Gabriel Florent, said the beast was a scourge sent by God to punish man for their sins. This is when he called for prayers and penance. He even quoted the divine threats Moses warned about in the Bible, which was, "I will arm the teeth of wild beasts against thee." After quoting Moses, prayers of 40 hours devotion were observed for 3 consecutive Sundays. Even with this effort, the massacre continued. The next year, on January 12, 1765, a man by the name of Jacques Portefeuille and his 7 children from the village of Villeray were attacked by the beast. They eventually ran the beast off by staying grouped together. This particular attack caught the attention of King Louis XV. That's when the king rewarded Portefeuille with 300 livres and 350 more to share amongst his children. He also rewarded Portefeuille with an education paid for by the state. This is when the king promised the French state would find and kill the beast for good. Fast forward to February 11th, 1765, yet another girl was killed by the beast. This time a 12-year-old from the parish of Les Mauzeux. This is when rumors of the beast started spreading and news about the beast had spread all throughout Europe. English journalists began to ridicule the French royal power for not being able to get rid of a simple animal. The French court started issuing depictions of the beast all over Gévaudan, so the packs of hunting dogs could be trained to attack the beast. These depictions of the beast were executed in cardboard. After all the outrage and criticism from journalists all over Europe, the French royal power had to take more extreme action to stop the beast from tormenting and killing the populace of France. This is when they sent Captain Duhamel of the Clermont Prince Dragoons and his troops to Gévaudan to take care of the beast. Even though Captain Duhamel was extremely zealous about hunting the beast, local herders and farmers stalled efforts due to not cooperating with the captain. It was claimed that on several occasions, Captain Duhamel was about to shoot the beast and was hampered by the incompetence of his guards. After the captain's failure to kill the beast, he was forced to step down and the king sent in 2 professional wolf hunters. The 2 wolf hunters were Jean-Charles Enneval and his son Jean-Francis. While Captain Duhamel would organize wolf hunting parties, these 2 believed the best strategy was more stealthy techniques. For the next 4 months, the father and son duo went hunting with their bloodhounds for Eurasian wolves because they believed this was the beast. However, their efforts failed because the attacks continued to terrorize the region. The father and son duo were replaced by Francis Antoine, who was the king's sole long gun bearer and lieutenant of hunt. On August 11th, Antoine organized a great hunt with people from the local community involved. During this hunt, a 20-year-old woman by the name of Marie Gina Vallée, who is a servant, was walking on a footbridge to cross a stream when the beast appeared. As Marie Gina took a few steps back in fear, the beast threw itself onto her, attempting to attack. This is when Marie Gina rammed a spear into the beast's chest, causing the beast to drop into the stream and run away into the forest. The story quickly reached Antoine, and he made his way to the scene. When he arrived, he saw the spear was covered in blood, and some traces left behind matched the description of the beast. Antoine then wrote a letter to Saint Florentine, minister of the king's house, and compared Marie Gina to Joan of Arc, and giving her the nickname Maid of Gévaudan. On September 21st, Antoine killed a large gray wolf that weighed over 130 pounds. Antoine stated that he had never seen a wolf this big and that he believed this could be the beast causing so much damage. Several of the attacked survivors also thought the wolf to be the beast, recognizing scars on its body from victims defending themselves. Marie Gina and her sister were even some of the survivors making this claim. After the report was written, Antoine's son loaded the animal onto his horse and headed to Paris. He then had the wolf stuffed and was held as a hero. But Antoine and his gatekeepers stayed behind because there were claims that the wolf had a female partner and 2 grown pups. On October 19th, Antoine succeeded in killing the female and the pups. After this, Antoine returned to Paris on November 3rd and was held as a hero, receiving over 9,000 livres as well as fame, titles, and awards. The rest of October and the month of November went by without any reported attacks by the beast. The beast was killed and the populace could finally relax until December 2nd, 1765, when a 6 and a 12-year-old boy were attacked. The attack on the boys suggested the beast was still alive. The older boy said the beast tried to capture the 6-year-old, but the older boy fought the beast off. Soon after, dozens of more deaths were reported. Some shepherds witnessed the beast and claims the beast was not scared of their cattle like wolves normally are, so the beast was still around and as active as ever. King Louis XV was alerted, but he didn't want to hear about the beast any longer. He continued to claim that his long rifle bearer had killed the beast, and that's that. From then on, newspapers didn't report beast attacks when they occurred. By March 1766, the attacks had multiplied drastically. The local men in Gévaudan had to take matters into their own hands because they knew no more help would come from the French court. A local nobleman tried to poison the beast by poisoning the corpse of dogs and putting them in areas where the beast was usually seen. This was proved ineffective. Small hunts by the local community also proved ineffective as well, with beast attacks continuing all the way through 1766 in high numbers. At the beginning of 1767, the attacks experienced a lull until the spring. In the spring of 1767, attacks ramped up again. At this point, the community felt defeated and didn't know what to do. The only thing they knew to do was pray. On June 19, 1767, Marquis d'Apcher scheduled a hunt with locals. A man by the name of Jean Chastel was one of the locals involved in the hunt. He ended up shooting the beast, and this reportedly happened right after he recited his prayers. After the beast was killed, it was loaded onto a horse and taken to a doctor to perform an autopsy. His post-mortem report was transcribed by Royal Notary Roch Marin. The report was known as the Marin Report. The results of the report were consistent with a large wolf or wolf dog, with man remains found inside the beast, but the remains were incomplete, so it was impossible for the doctor to come up with a positive identity of the animal. But other witnesses said the beast had non-wolf-like characteristics. The attacks did end up stopping after this particular beast was killed, so it was believed this was the right beast, but doubts still remain that it was a wolf. The beast was then exhibited for the public to see, with huge crowds showing up to see the beast's remains. Numerous victims also gave testimonies that align with the Marin Report. The beast was consistently described as something other than a wolf by eyewitnesses. They said it was sometimes the size of a horse, with reddish-gray coat, that was sometimes striped, and a big panther-like tail. The body hair was long, but the head and legs had short hair the color of a deer. It was also said to have giant talons on its feet, sometimes even decapitating its victims. After the beast was killed, the attacks on Gévaudan stopped, with Jean Chastel receiving a reward of 72 livres on September 9, 1767, this bringing an end to the deadly rampage of the Beast of Gévaudan. So what do you think was terrorizing France all those years? There are several theories, including a lion, a striped hyena, a large wolf, a wolf dog, or was it some mystery beast we didn't know about that's extinct now? Or maybe just a beast that stays out of the public eye? Comment below and let me know what you think. That concludes the story of the Beast of Gévaudan that terrorized parts of southern France from 1764 to 1767 and left a trail of mass devastation surrounded by mystery and confusion. Thanks so much for watching, and please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any reality we've dredged up for you. I'll see you next time with some more crazy facts, mysteries, and scary stories we've dredged from reality.